The BTS FESTA 2025 photoshoot, an emotional moment unfolded as Jin, the eldest member of BTS, was seen wiping away tears. The atmosphere shifted when J-Hope noticed Jin's distress and promptly paused the session to console him. The incident occurred during the group's first collective photoshoot since Jin's return from mandatory military service. The emotional weight of reuniting with his bandmates and the memories associated with their journey seemed to overwhelm Jin, leading to his tears. J-Hope's immediate response was to halt the photoshoot, approaching Jin with concern. He offered a comforting embrace and whispered words of encouragement, creating a poignant moment that highlighted the deep bond between the members. This heartfelt interaction resonated with fans worldwide who took to social media to express their support and admiration for the group's camaraderie. The hashtag #JinJopeFesta quickly trended, with fans sharing messages of love and solidarity. BTS's agency, HYBE, acknowledged the incident, stating, "The members share a profound connection, and moments like these reflect their genuine care for one another." As BTS continues their FESTA 2025 celebrations, this emotional episode serves as a testament to their enduring friendship and the emotional depth that underpins their artistry. As the camera stopped rolling and the crew stepped back to give the duo space, the studio fell into a heavy silence. Jin sat quietly for a moment, trying to compose himself, his hands covering his face. It was J-Hope who broke that silence, not with words, but with presence. Kneeling beside Jin, he offered not just support, but warmth, gently placing his arm around Jin's shoulder. The other members of BTS, witnessing the unexpected emotional scene, quietly approached and formed a circle around their oldest member. RM placed a hand on Jin's back, Suga gave a quiet nod of understanding, and Jungkook's expression revealed a mixture of concern and admiration. V reached into his pocket and pulled out a handkerchief, which he passed to Jin with a small, supportive smile. The group, known globally for their perfect performances and polished images, now stood united in a raw, deeply human moment. A staff member close to the production revealed it wasn't just about the stress or nostalgia. Jin had been holding something in for a while. FESTA brings back so many memories, and it was the first time they were all back in the studio like this in years. It was bound to hit someone hard. The shoot had originally been planned as a celebration, colorful lights, vibrant outfits, and joyful themes reflecting 12 years of BTS history. But what unfolded was something no one expected, a moment of emotional vulnerability that ironically brought the group closer together than ever. After a brief pause, Jin finally looked up, tears still glistening in his eyes, and gave a small smile. "Sorry," he murmured, "didn't mean to make it heavy." J-Hope responded with a grin. "This is BTS. Heavy is our middle name." And laughter followed, gentle, genuine, and relieving. That break in tension allowed the session to resume, this time with a deeper emotional undercurrent. When the photos were finally taken, the smiles were real, not posed, not forced, but shaped by love and shared history. Social media exploded after behind-the-scenes clips and subtle hints from staff members began to circulate. Armies across the globe speculated about the cause of Jin's tears. Was it related to the long absence? Was it something personal? Or was it simply the overwhelming nature of coming full circle, leading FESTA once again after so many years of growth, change, and distance? One viral tweet read, "Jin's tears weren't weakness. They were everything. 12 years of sacrifice, love, duty, brotherhood. And the way J-Hope stopped everything for him, that's BTS." Several fans began sharing old clips of Jin and J-Hope from their earliest days in cramped dorm rooms to their military service send-offs. The hashtag #FestaTears began trending alongside hashtag #JinHope, celebrating not just the moment itself, but what it represented. That even idols feel deeply, and that BTS never fakes what they show to the world. Journalists and culture critics quickly picked up the story. The Korea Times ran an editorial titled "The Power of Emotion: Why Jin's Tears Matter," emphasizing how rare it is for public figures, especially male idols, to show vulnerability in an industry that often demands unflinching strength. Jin's raw moment, the article stated, may be one of the most powerful messages BTS has ever sent, not through music or speech, through silence and solidarity. Even international outlets such as Rolling Stone and Billboard gave coverage to the emotional BTS FESTA session, analyzing how it could set a precedent for how idols interact with. And just when fans thought the emotional moment had passed, BTS had one more surprise up their sleeves. A few days after the FESTA photo shoot, Big Hit Music released a behind-the-scenes video titled "The Heart Behind FESTA 2025." In the video, moments previously hidden from the public eye were unveiled. Jin gently wiping away his tears with a shy laugh, J-Hope whispering words of encouragement in his ear, and the group standing hand in hand as the photographer captured their unity not as performers but as brothers. What truly shook the fandom, however, was a brief monologue from Jin himself. "I didn't expect to cry," he admitted, voice slightly cracking. "But when I looked around and saw everyone, our members, the crew, even the studio, it all came back. The years, the effort, the sacrifices, and the fact that we're still standing here, together, doing what we love with the people we love. It hit me all at once." J-Hope added, "I didn't think twice about stopping the shoot. This wasn't just about content or production, it was about us. When Jin Hyung broke down, it reminded me that even the strongest among us carry things silently. And sometimes the best thing we can do is pause." Those simple words triggered a wave of emotion across the fandom. Thousands of ARMYs took to social media to share their own stories of strength, vulnerability, and how BTS had helped them through their darkest moments. One fan wrote, "If Jin can cry in front of millions and still be seen as strong, then so can I. Thank you, BTS, for teaching us that it's okay to feel." Another posted, "J-Hope stopping an entire production for Jin? That's real love. Not the staged kind, the kind that heals." The video garnered over 20 million views in just 24 hours, with thousands of comments in multiple languages thanking Jin for his honesty and J-Hope for his unwavering support. The trending hashtags, #It'sOkayToCry and #FestaHealing began circulating alongside #BTS 12th anniversary. And still, questions lingered in the hearts of many. What else had Jin endured behind the scenes? Was there a deeper reason behind his emotional collapse? Would more stories emerge about the group's reunion, or was this just the tip of the iceberg? Speculations continued, especially as fans noticed subtle gestures throughout the FESTA week. Jin holding J-Hope's arm a little longer than usual, the other members watching Jin closely during interviews, and an unusual quietness from the normally upbeat vocalist. Some fans even theorized that Jin had written a song inspired by the emotional moment, based on a cryptic Weavers post he shared a day after the shoot. Some things can't be spoken, but they can be sung. Whether that was a hint or a reflection, it only deepened the anticipation for his next solo release. Meanwhile, J-Hope, in a surprise live stream, addressed the incident again, saying, "It was a moment, yes, but I think it reminded us all that we're not machines. We're not just artists, we're friends, family. And that day, Jin needed family, so we were there." It was a statement that left ARMYs in tears and awe. The 12th FESTA, which was expected to be a light celebration of another milestone, had instead become a deeply emotional reflection of BTS's journey. And in a world where celebrity personas are often meticulously curated, BTS once again proved why they are unlike anyone else in the industry. They didn't hide the tear-streaked moments, they highlighted them. They didn't pretend everything was perfect, they shared the cracks. And in doing so, they connected with millions in ways no song ever could. As BTS continues their activities post-military, and as Jin and J-Hope take on more leadership roles in the group's upcoming projects, fans will no doubt look back on this FESTA as a turning point, not just in their careers, but in their legacy as human beings first, idols second. For now, ARMY holds on to the image of Jin in the middle of his brothers, fragile yet brave, surrounded by arms that would never let him fall. Because that's the truth of BTS. They don't just stand on stages, they hold each other up behind them. And in 2025, through tears, laughter, and one unforgettable photo shoot, they proved it. And as the echoes of FESTA 2025 continue to ripple across the globe, something unexpected happened. Within a week after the emotional behind-the-scenes video went viral, Jin and J-Hope made a surprise appearance on a special livestream event titled Heart to Heart FESTA Reflections. It wasn't heavily promoted, no flashy teaser, just a simple notification that popped up for millions of ARMYs worldwide, and within seconds, over 5 million fans were watching. The broadcast opened with the two seated in a quiet studio space, minimal lighting, soft music playing faintly in the background. Jin looked calm, his expression thoughtful. J-Hope smiled warmly, but carried a more serious energy than usual. "I think we owe everyone an